I'm trying to live in my soft girl era, but these men got me acting like Lil Boosie. Like, they want to be chased so bad. And Eve didn't even chase Adam in the Bible. Why am I having a conversation with you and you're telling me it's giving? It's giving I'm running for the hills. That's what it's giving. And this whole push and pull thing, don't text me for a day. That's a no call, no show. We too grown for that. We too grown for that. If I text you and you don't respond, babe, we have nothing else to talk about. You're blocked. I just don't get it. When did men become so sassy? And this is why I just can't tap into my soft girl era, because I always got to be big dog. I'm sick of it. I'm tired. I want to be a little princess. I want to be taken care of. Okay? This is bullshit. And then these dating apps are garbage.
You know, honestly, I feel sorry for young sisters like this because she doesn't even realize how masculine she comes across. She looked like a transformer, and that's not a compliment. And that's exactly why they don't realize how masculine they look. And she talking about men want to be chased. And they don't want to be chased. They just not chasing you. All that woman slang, get out of here with all that garbage. That's how you talk to other women, not men. But I can really tell she's the type of woman who can't turn it off. She couldn't find a feminine bone in her body if you gave her directions. So all this soft girl era, stop it. It's not in you. It's not in your DNA right now. She's blaming the dating apps for her singlehood, when in reality, she's part of the reason why so many men left the dating apps altogether. Now listen to this next clip because the delusion continues.
So typically when I get on Bumble, I just get on there and swipe left until it tells me there's no more people in my area. And of course you end up seeing the same people over and over. And there is this one guy who I always saw and I always swiped left. And every time I did, it would say you missed a potential match. So I knew he had been swiping right on me. The only reason I kept swiping left was because, well, I wasn't that attracted to him, but most importantly, he had nothing on his profile. Like, I need something to go off of. So anyways, I'm on there yesterday. He pops up and I'm like, you know what? Let's swipe right and see what happens. We match. I message him. He responds and then I respond. Then I go to bed, and when I woke up this morning, I had a notification that said he messaged me 2 hours ago. I was like, okay, cool. I'll read it later. I was on my way to the gym. So a few hours later, like 9 or 10 a.m., I decide to go check the message and it's gone. And I'm so confused and I'm trying to filter the messages, even though literally he was the only person I've messaged in like weeks. And I realized he unmatched me. And I'm like, dude, you have swiped right on me like 10 times. And then as soon as we match, we exchange 2 sentences and you're done? What? Also, I have a question that I ask every guy as soon as we match. And most guys are like, ooh, I love this question. And it's fun. He didn't answer it. He like gave some BS answer and I immediately should have known. I should have followed my instincts and kept swiping left.
Or here's something many men know. If me and you match and get married, Tinder loses 2 customers. They need us frustrated. So maybe you match with an app imposter. You never know. Or maybe you said something he didn't like. Why ask a general question to men? Why not have a tailored question for each individual man? See, right now, men are realizing why pay a monthly subscription to be rejected, or even worse, to be put in a position to spend money on someone who only wants to go out on dates. See, many men know a lot of women use dating apps for validation, to feel good about themselves. And once all the time is wasted and the money is spent, the man gets ghosted. See, nobody want to talk about that.
Hey guys, so this is a video for my single girlies because I am in need of advice because honestly, I am finding this dating game so hard and I don't know where I'm going wrong. Like, obviously, I'm in my early 30s now. And to be fair, first of all, I don't even know if like I actually want a relationship right now, or if it's like I'm just feeling the pressure of like my biological clock ticking and, you know, other people around me are, you know, in serious relationships, they're getting married, they're having kids. And I'm like, oh, is that what I should be doing as well? But it's like, okay, even if that is kind of maybe what I might want, why am I finding it so hard to find a man that I like and that likes me back and that actually wants to put effort into being in a relationship with me? Like, I just don't get it. And like, there's 8 billion people in this world. And why am I struggling just to find one, you know? And I think about it, I'm like, somebody like Joe Goldberg from You. He's a serial killer, like a narcissistic psychopath. And even he can find love. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
You're doing everything wrong. First, you're bringing up psychopaths and love in the same sentence. And you think it's okay to connect the two. And you think this way because you're desperate and lonely. You're the type of woman men find on dating apps. They're desperate, they're lonely, and the ones whose biological clock is knocking at that door. This is what turns them into relationship scammers. They're not looking for love. They're looking for someone to treat them special. What do you think she means when she says put in effort? Putting in effort means spending some money on her, paying some bills. This is the type of woman that run game on those dating apps. Like in this next clip, watch how this woman went on the dating apps to stalk a man.
Okay, so I've had this crush on this guy for months and months. I haven't like really shot my shot with him because he like kind of, we work-ish together, not at the same company, but we work alongside each other. So I have to be a little careful. I've tried to like, you know, suggest a few things or try to be a little bit more flirty and whatever. But I haven't, nothing has come of it, right? So I'm feeling a little saucy on this journey. I'm like 40 pounds down. I'm like thinking to myself, listen, like I've got a great fucking personality. Whoever, I'm gonna be hot this year. Like this is the year for someone to find me, right? Like someone's gonna snatch me up and be so lucky. So why not this guy, right? Anyway, I just joined Hinge last night. A friend told me to, and of course I just started. So every hot guy in LA is on there. I'm just like dying. I'm like, yes. Come, and so by the way, my nickname for this guy is my husband. Everyone at work knows it's like, not everyone, but it's ridiculous. I come across my husband, okay? And I'm like, okay, here he is. I found him on Hinge. So I sent him a little winky face with a fancy meeting you here. And then he just replied. He just replied like, shh, don't tell anyone. And I'm like dying because this is my time to shoot my shot. So I'm kind of nervous. I'm gonna shoot my shot a little bit more full court press than I was before because, you know, before we're like at work or texting. But this is like on a dating app. Okay, I'm like kind of shaky. Wish me luck. All right, shot was fired and whoosh, just did not land. He blamed work as I assumed he would. But, you know, there was still little hope that I would get asked out. Onward and upward, I guess. Rah.
Can you imagine if a man would try to hit on a woman in the workplace nowadays? You know, workish alongside each other. HR! And what is she down 40 pounds from? From what? And then she talked about how she went on Hinge and all of a sudden she just ran into her husband guy. Yeah, right. Why would he risk his job for that? Would you risk your job for that? I know she's 40 pounds down, but come on now. This shows you what type of women are on these dating apps. They're desperate. And here's the thing. If she'd have just approached him at the job, you're a woman. You have nothing to lose. You could go ask the guy out at work. Most men don't go to HR, but they got too much pride, too much ego for that. They can't handle that type of rejection like men have to deal with every day. Men go on the apps looking for fun. We know what's on those apps. They go on those apps looking for husbands. See the big difference? All right, folks, that's it for this video. Until the next time, the truth will set you free.